This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by super lightweight contender Harlem Eubank. Harlem, thank you for your time today. Really appreciate it. We're at the Liam Smith, Chris Eubank Jr. 2 press conference. How are things with you? Just what general thoughts on what we've seen in the press conference there?
I think it's good fun. You know, they rub each other up the wrong way. They both don't get along, and obviously with the history, you know, it's very entertaining watching them go back and forth. I'm excited for the fight now. I think the second fight, it's, you know, we know what kind of threat Liam Smith presents, and now the storyline is what can we see Chris Eubank do differently? Will he show his old self in the sense of his work rate, tenacity? Will he show us the Chris Eubank that we all know? And I think that's what we're really excited for.
Have you, obviously the first fight back in January, it's April now, how much time have you spent with Chris? Have you spoken to him much since then?
Spoken to him enough time since then. He knows what's in front of him now. I think the first time, maybe he looked past him a little bit, and this time he knows the threat, he knows the danger, he knows how good Liam Smith is, and he's ready to avenge that loss. You know, he doesn't like having that lurking over him. He's ready to put the wrong right and that will show out in the fight.
Absolutely. We know Chris is a big puncher. We've seen him kind of knock out several guys over the years. If he is to win this rematch in June, do you think a knockout is more likely than a points decision for Chris?
I think either. I think the win is what he wants. The win is the most important thing. Whether that's a 12-round battle, whether it's a war, whether it's a stoppage, I think it's irrelevant. I think the win is what's needed, and I think it's going to be a great fight. It's a good, solid test, and it's a much bigger test, to the public now than it was the first time. So I think Chris is the underdog now, and he's got to overcome that, and I think he'll thrive on being the underdog and proving people wrong.
Great stuff. Just want to ask about yourself, Harlem. I know you were out last month, main event York call, late replacement of an opponent, 10 rounds. Just how do you reflect on that fight?
Yeah, good. It was a good test against a very game opponent, coming forward to try and win the fight, and won every round. And showed that I can go the distance. Showed that I can hurt him to the body. It was a good test and a good growing step, on this path to fulfill my potential in the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Great, obviously you were the main event, live on Channel 5, great platform for you. Are your expectations to continue being on top of bills, or do you expect to be maybe on an undercard your next fight? What do you think is going to happen moving forward?
I think I'm going to be headlining more shows on Channel 5 throughout the year, and keep developing, keep putting on entertaining performances, and the sky's the limit.
Yeah. It's a final question from me, Harlem. Big fight between Dalton Smith and Sam Maxwell. I think announced the last couple of days in your weight division. Just general thoughts on that fight. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, it's an all right matchup. I think I see Dalton Smith winning the fight pretty comfortably, and I'd love to set that fight up. For the end of the year, that would be a great domestic clash. I think he's one of the best in the division, and I believe I'm the same.
Okay, really exciting year for you, Harlem. All the best, and we'll speak to you soon, okay?
Thank you very much.
Cheers, take care.